Adam and Rick and BJ will bring you the day's highlights from another busy Saturday in college football.
And you know, that's kind of Nick Saban's theme, you know, the process, forget the momentum, forget the crowd, do your job. I mean, it looked like Arkansas had everything going their way. 3rd and 15, backup quarterback, boom. All of a sudden everything changes.
Yep. Now we just hope that guy will be able to come in again this season sometime, or maybe as soon as next week. Who knows? We'll find out in Tuscaloosa with you in prime time next Saturday. And Alabama won't lose the #2 ranking, even though they gave up a bad 3rd quarter tonight. #1 Georgia playing Mizzou on the road. Ohio State saw Rutgers have a 7-0 lead and then pretty much ran away with that one. Michigan beat Iowa. Clemson and North Carolina State, big game in the ACC tonight. Kentucky lost to Ole Miss 22-19 in a game that was just kind of stuck in gear there in the 4th quarter and never really changed. So that'll keep Ole Miss in the thick of things. Roydell Williams now getting some carries. Jahmyr Gibbs' days, I'm sure, done.
You know, the surprise of the SEC this year has got to be Texas A&M, don't you think, though? I mean, everybody had them penciled in that they were the 2nd most talented team. That big matchup at Alabama. Everybody thought we'd have 2 undefeated teams, and A&M struggling.
Of course, they did hand Alabama one of only their 2 losses last year, so it'll be a rematch of that one that we saw at College Station. And the ball is out. And I guess the Tide recovered it.
Looked to me like Hudson Clark, number 17, ripped this ball out when he was coming in on the tackle late. Watch him rip. Yes, it was Clark.
Got a timeout here in the final 5 minutes.
You pop them in, you go to bed, and they do all the work.
Straighten your teeth while you sleep with Smile Direct Club nighttime aligners.
They don't interfere with your daily lifestyle at all.
Choose easy. Choose Smile. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
It's the dawn of a new season. Familiar faces and new names. Big tournaments at great locations. The race for the FedEx Cup has begun.
4:51 to play. 49-26 Alabama. Look at the rushing yards in the second half. 3 gigantic runs. Milroe, 2 by Gibbs. Arkansas took that time out with the punt upcoming from Burnett. Bryce Stevens made the first man miss. Got a block. He run out of bounds unceremoniously, probably with a personal foul at about the 28-yard line.
You call it on Moody, twisting him late when he got out of bounds.
Right at the end of this play, all he had to do is knock him out, and got a guy down on the special teams for Alabama. Demoy Kennedy is the man that's down. And here's, oh, that's going to be maybe a face mask too, on top of everything else.
Might have got away with the toss, but not the face mask.
Working on the left leg of Des Moines Kennedy.
Yeah, unstable leg right there. You know, nobody ever wants to get hurt, but it's toughest to get hurt when the game's basically over like this.
We'll check on him when we come back.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Des Moines Kennedy will go straight to the Alabama locker room, injured on that punt coverage. You're going to see him right in the middle of the screen.
Plants that left leg and the knee goes.
Putting a little bit of pressure on it as he gets help to the locker room. Meanwhile, with the flag, the personal foul, the line of scrimmage is a 45 after the punt return. Cade Fortin in at quarterback for Arkansas. Couple yard gain on the play.
Sean Parker Wilson on the left. The last, John came up to me before the game and he said, you know, who's the last quarterback that's lost here? They still love me because I'm the guy.
Oh, he's the guy.
2006.
While we're talking about radio, I want to send our wishes out to Eli Gold, long-time play-by-play man for the Tide. Eli's been doing it since time began. I don't know, but he's having some health issues. Eli, we miss you, buddy. And Chris Stewart filling in for him, doing a great job over there in the booth, along with John Parker that Gary's talking about.
Everybody misses Eli, especially when they're on the same side and he comes into the booth and visits with us. That's a great time.
Fortin looking to throw on the run. Now he's going to run. And got the first down and got clobbered by Malachi Moore.
Sure did.
First down.
Still in bounds. He slows down, doesn't he? He slows down as he crosses the first down, and then it gives the opportunity for the safety to get a clean shot on you.
Not sure that's the same call on the other sideline, but that's neither here nor there.
That was a clean hit, though.
He throws a strike, a quick slant to Landers. That should be another first down. Well, the crowd came out decked in red today, hoping for an upset. They're going to come up short. There's a nice spin move by Hazelwood. And he's trying to get the defenders off him. Does get it inside the 20 to the 18.
So that's when the receiver really has to feel that pass. When that pass slows you down, do the spin move, go the other way. If he leads you forward, just keep running. Run right through the ball.
Good looking move.
Yep.
Fifth catch for Hazelwood today. In the red zone for the Razorbacks. Fumbled snap by Fortin. Now Will Anderson. No, it's not Will Anderson. Defense giving chase. He throws it away. It was Chris Braswell who was applying the pressure.
See, the snap looked perfect the first time it was. Took his eye off it for the play action. Gets it back. Outruns Braswell and gets rid of it. Kind of garbage time, but if you're a backup player, it's experience for the future.
Sure.
I mean, something happens to Jefferson, these are going to be valuable plays for Arkansas later in the year.
Fortin overshot his intended receiver, Jaden Wilson. It'll be third down. 3rd and 10 at the 17.
Put Will Anderson back in the game now on 3rd and 10. Going to be matched up against Luke Jones, number 70 on the left side. There's the matchup right there.
That wide split. Here he comes. Throws over the middle and complete to Nathan Bax, the tight end who came in earlier for Trey Knox when he was shaken up. It's 4th down. 4th and 5. Wide receivers in tight here on 4th down at 5. Last chance for Arkansas. Fortin got a man open out in the flat. It's Hazelwood. Not going to get there. Alabama's going to take over on downs. Terry and Arnold made the saving stop to prevent a 1st down.
So this is perfect defense by Alabama. You give them the short ball and then you close. And you don't miss the tackle, and you can get off the field.
That's a good tackle right there.
It was. Wrap up, wrap up, wrap up. He did.
So Alabama takes over with 2 minutes to go. Arkansas still has 2 timeouts remaining. I don't know if they'll choose to use them or not. Jalen Milroe
came through, didn't he?
He did. Trey Sanders getting a call for a yard or so. Bryce Young, there's his numbers before he injured his shoulder, and Jenny will have an opportunity to talk to Coach Saban when it's over, and maybe we'll get more information. Just like the fact that he's always smiling, but that's kind of like Bryce Young's normal attitude about everything. So
I like the way you put it. Maybe we'll get more information.
Well, maybe not.
All you can do is ask the question, right?
That's right. You might not get the answer you're looking for. Sanders, a couple yards shy of the 1st down.
Mississippi State had a big win at Texas A&M, and Arkansas goes to Mississippi State next.
That won't be easy with Will Rogers and company slinging it around. Alabama goes back home, as we talked about, against the Aggies next Saturday night. And there'll be some happy Alabama fans because they've been questioning things, and they probably still have some questions and some things that Nick Saban's going to say we have to clean up, especially that 3rd quarter. But I think talking about we can't run the ball and all that nonsense has been put to rest at least for one day.
Yeah, all the questions will go about number 9. What's his health?
Right.
Will it be in the future if we don't have Bryce Young? Or if he's nicked, how long will it be?
Well, his team gets a win today, 16th straight over Arkansas. 49-26 is the final tally. Don't anybody touch that shoulder for right now.
Sure.
He's shaking hands with his right hand.
Did. Good eye.
Jennings with Nick Saban.
Coach, your Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young goes down. The rest of the team steps up. What did you learn about the resiliency of this squad today?
Well, you know what I'd like to talk about is our team. You know, our team just won a game on the road. Wasn't pretty all the time, but they made plays when they had to make it. We love Bryce. Bryce has got a sprained shoulder. You know, hopefully, you know, we'll get some diagnosis on him and see how he goes. But what about the game? What about the team? What about the players that played the game?
Let's talk about that. How would you characterize that win here?
I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs played great, made some big runs. Quarterback went in the game and made some plays. I mean, the defense, you know, made some plays. We made some horrible mistakes, you know, in special teams. but we overcame it. But there's a lot that we can learn from this game today, and hopefully our team will get better because of it.
Coach, thank you for your time.
I think that's what Jenny asked him in the first place.
He didn't hear it, I guess.
I think he had a preconceived answer.
Yes, he did.
No.
He thought the first question was going to be about that's a logical thought,
That's
but it
right.
didn't happen.
Oh, well, we got the point across, and he got his point across.
You can only ask the question, and he answered the way you want to answer.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. That's what you and I do when we're not on the air. All right. Time for our plays of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. And there were some big ones, especially when Alabama was getting threatened, and this couldn't have been much bigger on 3rd down and 15. With Jalen Milroe taking off, turning on the jets, cutting to the near side, and going 77 yards to get it down to 1st and goal, and they took it in from there. Next possession, Jahmyr Gibbs, who's the star of the game, set sail on this one, 70-plus to the house. Nobody was going to get him. Here's how Chris Stewart called it on the Alabama radio network.
As he will go on a handoff to Gibbs. Turns it out. Foot race. 40. Midfield. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs. 72 yards to the house. And Alabama quiets the crowd even more.
That was the call on a 72-yard touchdown run by that young man. He had a 75-yarder just moments later. Big game, over 200 on the ground for Jahmyr Gibbs, and Alabama wins it 49-26. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew, Brad Nessler saying so long from Fayetteville. Final score, 2nd-ranked Alabama 49, number 20 Arkansas 26. We'll get you back to Adam Zucker and company for the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage right after these messages. See you next Saturday in Tuscaloosa.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now, rising rates? Whew, it's a lot. But with Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a new, lower rate with exclusive savings. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Lock your rate today. Call 8336-ROCKET or visit therocketadvantage.com.
One of our cheesiest burritos is back at Taco Bell, the double steak grilled cheese burrito.
New Degree Advanced. First ever 72-hour nonstop protection with motion sense. Test it to the limit.
Still feeling dry and fresh.
Superior 72-hour nonstop protection, however much you move.
This thing, it's making me get an ice bath again.
What do you mean? These straps are mind-blowing. They collect hundreds of data points like HRV and REM sleep, so you know all you need for recovery.
And you are?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like wearable training, optimization tech.
How long?
I'm done.
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ.
I'm okay.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
New Survivor, Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
This is fall in New York State. This is like nowhere else. Plan your getaway at iloveny.com.
Swagelok is looking for skilled machinists and assemblers. Benefits including healthcare begin on day one. Assemblers receive on-the-job training, and experienced machinists are eligible for up to a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Come grow with us.
At Take 5, you stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
Oil change is done. That was so fast I didn't even have time to finish knitting these sweaters. Oh well.
Cheese!
Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. CBS Sports College Football Postgame Show is presented by Rocket Mortgage.
All right, welcome to the postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Adam Zucker, as always, alongside Rick Neuheisel and Brian Jones. At one point, it was 28-23, but Alabama defeats Arkansas 49-26, and we saw new guys step up pretty quickly.
Elite teams have elite depth. And that's, you can say about Alabama ever since Nick Saban arrived on the scene. Jalen Milroe gets called into action today. He needs to, on-the-job training. He has a brilliant game. He runs for a touchdown. He throws for a touchdown. He makes plays on 3rd and 18 with his arm to get him in the end zone right here. And then he's going to go on 3rd and 15, Brian, and go 77 yards, which really changed the complexion of the game. Arkansas had fought their way back into the ball game, and look at this athlete.
Yeah, no doubt. This now is going to, with the Bryce Young injury, is going to bring that running game back into focus. And it's not just Milroe. Jahmyr Gibbs, we were all discussing this young man heading into this season, probably the most significant transfer going to Alabama. And look at the reason why we all couldn't wait to see him in this offense, that speed. He's not going to lose many track meets, folks, if any. And he now allows them a lot of options, especially with a running quarterback. I think you're going to have to dial up more zone reads,
that'll be the
RPOs, things of that nature. Bill O'Brien, the OC, once they figure out the severity of the injury to Bryce Young. But now those two guys will leave a lot of defensive coordinators up at night.
Yeah, and he had 2 touchdown runs of over 70 yards in this game.
With the transfer portal being what it is, nobody adapts faster to the changing climate of college football than Nick Saban. And he's done it again. These two guys being ready to play, as Milroe was, and being able to go and get another player when Brian Robinson graduates, after it was Najee Harris who graduated. To be able to adapt like that says everything about Nick Saban.
And he has that brand name where he can select. He doesn't have to settle.
Oh, you think, huh?
Yeah, And now, though, can they make adjustments midstream, as you have to do sometimes in a game with this offense and new guys playing significant roles?
Yeah, and Arkansas will have to work on their defense going to Miss State next week. Miss State and A&M, a game we'll get to shortly here. Let's hit the highlights. A Big 12 championship game rematch in Waco. Number 9, Oklahoma State. They were the last team to win in Waco. A 16-3 lead is about to get a little bigger, BJ.
Yeah, they were winning the first half, and they're going to open up the second half with Jaden Nixon taking it to the house. Oklahoma State 4-0. After winning there in Waco. They're the last team. Did you say that? They're the last team to win in Waco?
Yes, sir. They
were the last team to win in Waco.
They also lost to Baylor in the Big 12 title game at the 1-yard line, so they get a little revenge. Now, here's that other game we were talking about. A&M's got to deal with Alabama next week, but not enjoying the cowbells today, Rick.
Trying to claw back in the game with a field goal. It's blocked, and DeCamerion Richardson picks it up and does the honors. He goes 50 yards for a touchdown. Great job by Mississippi State in front of the home crowd. Will Rogers right here, a 75-yard touchdown pass to maybe my favorite name thus far, Rah-Rah Thomas.
Rah-Rah.
Rah-Rah in the end zone.
Get the pom-poms ready.
Well, Miss State saying rah-rah when Arkansas comes there next week, and A&M goes to Bama. Wake Forest coming off a classic, but a loss to Clemson, giving the Noles their first loss.
All that pressure in front of him, and Sam Hartman throws that beautiful back shoulder to Donovan Green. I tell you what, give me justice or give me a touchdown. How about both? Justice Ellison with the score there.
You got a little more belief in the Deeks now?
A little bit, a lot of belief, especially after last week. Offensively, yeah. Defensively, played better than they did last week.
They won 11 games last year. Yeah. They've got their quarterback back. He's healthy, and they've got an offense that you just have to sit and watch for a while. They call it a mesh, but it's really a mesh pit. They end up throwing from a bizarre place, and they make plays. A.T. Perry's an NFL player playing college football right now.
A bizarre place, huh?
A bizarre place.
It's like here. All right, be sure to join us next Saturday for an SEC on CBS doubleheader. Our coverage kicks off at 2:30 Eastern as we get you set for Auburn and top-ranked Georgia. Then stay with us in prime time as 17th-ranked Texas A&M faces number 2 Alabama. We got more highlights after this quick timeout.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now, rising rates? Whew, it's a lot. But with Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a new, lower rate with exclusive savings. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Lock your rate today. Call 8336-ROCKET or visit therocketadvantage.com.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better.